Hello, people. My name is Kale Boss. The only boss. Oh, wait, what else? Have you heard? Wait, do you know that Tap Tap Send is live in Texas? Oh, you didn't know? We went to New York. Now we are live in Texas. So people in Texas and around, all you have to do is to download Tap Tap Send. Yes, Tap Tap Send has become the most unique, secure, and fast way of sending money across the world to your loved ones anywhere. Okay, so download Tap Tap Send on Google Play Store or App Store, and when you're in Texas or around, you just have to put in the code TXGH. What did I say? TXGH, and you get $10 for your first transaction you make. Mahama media, Texas, you drew. Very soon we'll conquer everywhere. Download Tap Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Tap Send. It's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
Capstone Global Consult Limited. Jumekuo bi a omo fa registered nurses, drivers a omo GCC license, NFA securities. Edi omo ko amaya hodro bi so te se Dubai, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, NFA USA. Na mene wo kasa sisi akra. Omo per registered nurses. Edi omo ko USA. Akoya juma ko jisika pudro. Anne. Na enye we po. Capstone Global Consult Limited. Esanso boama. Sa wo peka atofri amanone. Omo beye ho hyehyeye nyina ama. Na wo nsatimi aka. Ka biara edawa kuma so wa bra wo mre ho enti omo si bra omo so ye sesi a wo behu omo Otama community 9 omo ni Ashama Timber Market ene di hwe animu anase fra omo e wo 0599 183083 ana 0302 986573 amanone fo so fra omo +821 021811 Capstone Global Consult Limited. Your success is our business.
Check now, check it, fa check it, check it. The beat is real, don't wait make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, fa check it, fa check it. Green select glucometer, check it, sugar level, fa check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Well, we are ready to do the do. I know the whole world, everyone is waiting for the opinions of my panel members here on Showbiz Daily, Sammy Flex TV, including our own sister Jackie Boatin. In fact, today, Jackie Boatin was among the first people who sent me Sarkodie song and said, "Hey, bra Sammy, Sarkodie no yo, and you may Showbiz Daily." I'm saying, hey, sister. So all this while you have been a beef native and you never told any of us. Upe beef no say beef near Juman. And then Juman no you best share at the amount. And also to my guy in London, he just said, "Brasami, before your panel members come in, this is what I think. Let me send my voice note before they come." Hey. Hi. So now people are just waiting giddy like that. Well, it feels good, and thanks to all these people, your feedback makes us stronger. So keep them coming and don't stop. In the studio, Derek Money is here. E-News GH, writer, talent manager, event organizer. Kojo King is also here, artist, musician, writer, performer, marketing executive, and a journalist, as well as a pundit here on Showbiz Daily. And at the extreme, in Team Dodo Solomon, aka Chemo. Chemo is also here. And as we said like this, you guys should know that Chemo is our online manager. He's also one of the best digital content strategists ever that you can consult for all your digital solutions. Behind the scenes, Digital Rasta is Currency, who is on camera, and Richie Flex is the editor-director of the show. If it is your first time here, obviously, you would need my name. My name is Sammy Flex, Bumidi Mami, and we are set to go. Meanwhile, Tap Send is also telling you that the money you have to send to your people back home, support them to grow, support them in their businesses, but use Tap Send. It is just an app on your phone. Download it, put in your bank details, add the promo code SammyFlex, and with this, you are going to even get some more money into your account. After doing all these things, then it means time is now ripe for us to go into the issue. So without much ado, my first question today is going to be 100%, or better still, a holistic review of the saga between Sarkodie and Yvonne Nelson. So some 2 weeks ago, Yvonne Nelson gave us a book called I Am Not Yvonne Nelson. It's actually a memoir about her life, where she published everything that has happened to her since she was born, including life, looking for her father, and matters arising till now. And in this book, so many prominent people were mentioned, including Sarkodie himself and other musicians here or outside of Ghana. Now, ever since the book came out, so many people have been thinking about Sarkodie's reactions, his response, and others even thought that Sarkodie as a person doesn't respond to some of these things, so he won't respond. The book has been selling wild and hard. Yvonne Nelson is cashing in. No two ways about that. So while social media was still reviewing it and the book was almost about dying, one holiday, we were supposed to be looking for meat to chew. Unfortunately, we had to prepare our own meat to chew because it didn't come from where we were expecting it. Whilst we were still chewing the meat, poof, Sarkodie says, try me. Try you for what? We listened to the song, and really and truly, Sarkodie has been punching. The last time, well, this is how it looks like. The last time one of my guys here, Captain Mark, checked on the punchlines for us, he was able to record 13 punchlines, all targeting at Yvonne Nelson. And I know if all these bullets should go to Yvonne Nelson, straight coma. Allah, Obeko coma. So I'm going to ask my people first, what is their initial reaction about Sarkodie's response in Try Me? That is the first question. Because we cannot play the song, because the right does not belong to us. Everybody here has listened to the song umpteen times. They've listened to it several times, including myself. And some of the punches in there, I'm sure they even know already. But when they heard it, when they listened to it, when they saw that Sarkodie had released this, what was their initial reaction? Derek Money, let me start with you.
That's a mintia, some Flex TV, and Showbiz Daily. I refer now.
I'm a Joseph.
Nakaya down.
Oh, near that.
Yaniti, and say, Sarkodie, we told you.
In fact, let me add that whilst people were even trying to say last night that Sarkodie had released the song, I doubted, like, I didn't believe it. But, Nyani and I was hey, somewhere late.
Late, they know why.
Hey, Charlie, you know.
That's I mean, I think, say, for once, Sarkodie did the needful. Because always I say...
He did the needful?
Yeah, the needful. Because there's a difference between addressing an issue.
Let me sit where I will look at your face.
Yeah, there's a difference between addressing an issue and justifying yourself. And at this very point in time, Sarkodie just need to justify himself. Because a book and a memoir natural. And a wooden and one thing also I had been be say Sarkodie became the center of controversy with the book. He wasn't an author, but on the day, no, it seems he was the author of the book. Because everywhere I'll be Fabiano, Sarkodie didn't able.
Yeah.
at this very particular time, now I was say ultimate justify and whom he say the allegations, I call it allegations because per Sarkodie release, try me a raw. I always add raw. A raw, no. Express say there are certain things a woman and a woman that was not the way it's supposed to be written. But Abem. And he needs to justify himself to the public. Now public say some things are what through book that wasn't the way it's supposed to be. So that's what I'm saying. That is the needful Sarkodie needs to do. And as a rapper, in artistic view, creativity, you need to prove yourself.
Okay.
Senya Yvonne and to prove with the book, the memoir, as an artist, this is the way to go. You compose a song. Now also the above clear, I justify one moment when he say at times the time now the controversy of the book, things were not the same as the rap remember now the song remember.
Okay.
In fact, I wasn't surprised at all. Because I was expecting. No. I was expecting Sarkodie to respond.
Is not known for responding to some of these things.
But
so I wonder how come you are saying you were not surprised at all, because the Sarkodie we know. In fact, so many people have hit him that he ignored. Some of them were even heavier than this, but he ignored.
Sarkodie is a brand, and he's a family man, and he has a brand and a family to protect. In Tekobane Sana say the allegations be too so. As a personality, as a brand, as a family man, you need to clear the airwaves. Now, Obian so I would say, and your side of the story, because Yvonne said the memoir, it was one-sided. All the blames were on Sarkodie. People were bashing him here and there. And as a personality, as a brander, you have something to protect. You have to come out to let the people know your side of the story. And as it stands now, Obaya, you know the side of the story. Everybody is clapping for Sarkodie because you share the comparison book. Not true, end date be any some writers be it doesn't tally with even same be or can in the trees be or treaty. Which means say ka occupy mute after today some people have some mentality about Sarkodie, but obe clear the airwaves a man for free their mind and who said no, it wasn't the truth na lewu book
any
assembly into my diverse ways, I bet me access and I discuss assembly. So I was very happy when Sarkodie came out to address the issue with the song. And Brass, I heard the song now, and you're too raw. Sarkodie was very angry, I might say, when responding to it. Oh, how Tana says she said, no, no, send a noya. Yeah, a bunny beef near Noya, they are very good. And this try me so say, don't try that guy. Especially if you are not well prepared. Men trying. And according to the song, Sarkodie raps line be bria. O compare with the book now, Yvonne Echoy now. Brasa me so many things doesn't tell you.
Like what and what?
Even the abortion. Sarkodie the explanation as in rap now. Sarkodie wanted her to keep it, but Yvonne says she was in school. So he wanted to
over there I thought there was a little bit of a conflict there. Sarkodie said, though I was not ready. Now me ready, so still person on keep it.
Yeah.
David.
You might not be ready, but you
No, I want to
you might not be ready, but still bet you keep.
No, what I want to say is Obanso or you forward thinking. Unyaka say onye ready and don't keep on no, then I'm not even safe.
Then the lady in question is not serious.
No, you are not getting me. The Mokamatia Vampire said, "Oh boy, forward thinking. When your money will say you are not ready, Nancy won't keep you and him say it won't look good. The coming days won't look good.
Brasami,
and you are not so on trying to say, let me go through it.
Brasami, if
others just go for it, but they are not here for thinking about say no. Akwana on here ready, and let's go back to Yvonne Nelson's book, where in her book she is still battling what she has been suffering from infancy about her father.
Exactly.
Into your cassette, or no, or when I win and the banana so ben my papa say on ye ready.
My brother me unim baby no at that time 2010 brother me can Sarkodie was at almost at his peak when it comes to music. Into no one who or baby our vision, you know, who may be a bema neko. Or say on ye ready, but you can keep it. But the lady insists. Say I'm in school.
And say or say me ready ninti.
Rasame or baby mentally no oye sounded no. Se be me be kasa acho. Now we be man vision. Any ni missing na. You can decide for yourself. So Yvonne took a bold step. No, decide the man home. But in her memoir, he was trying to portray say as if Sarkodie forced her to do the abortion.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
that was the portrayal.
Yeah, that was what she was trying to say, forcing her to abort the baby. But Sarkodie was like, "You can keep it."
Because she didn't create that impression.
That's I mean, she created that
because
impression.
according to her, she also
If in the rap, Sarkodie said, "Hold on, the bufu here."
She also admitted that she herself, because of what Sarkodie said, she was not ready.
She wasn't.
The line is Sarkodie made her
on the baby. That was the line. And on the sign not sure. If in the rap, Sarkodie said, "And no the man the bufu here." Answer it no respond here. Can any no the man the bufu here can respond because on making it say as no Sarkodie na man abort the baby. Meanwhile, on the other side or on the road side, Sarkodie wanted you to keep the baby. And a while say no, you were in school, and according to your book, that's now the by 2010, you were graduating. And so we see now you the tweet to the ban the church say now we were school and on yam. But to you no, to the book no, you were graduating. And it doesn't tally. And I think say from here no Sarkodie have cleared himself. I'm a real man saying you know who say the book now say Yvonne Saga, the book is full of lies. And we need to access the book again. Even a mama perception be said, ne mame edi ni pono, we need to go into the book, access the book, scrutinize the book very well. Because now one man conversation is very open. I'm here who never be brave a woman. And to say the book is full of lies. I mean, no, because you know, crown so one because on also when did the na on also bet me a bambi.
Nyanya catcher.
Oh, that's I mean, the whole class. So be a one who on also by justifying home.
Okay.
And to be Yvonne Saga, na kudu. I think say Sarkodie has responded to him in a perfect way. The timing on a man for who he said the timing wasn't good, but to me, Sarkodie able worked all.
Okay.
21st or Amsterdam, 1st July. Saturday, also Amsterdam, and these are some of the promotional strategies here. And all that tension, Sarkodie as it stands now, and the trend will trend that Saturday.
Okay.
Into Saturday, no nobody show ni we are the snippet ni bi so be sa ta trend in echi. Yeah, Juma no. What I say, brotherhood is proud of Sarkodie because when me who the angle na first a sisterhood, any womanhood for any fiber no.
Okay.
And this is the time we needed him that most, and we deliver perfectly. But it goes according to the book. Okay. And it's even far better than the book because a woman is speaking the truth.
3 minutes 16 seconds is far better than the book.
The book.
The book of about 3. The book of about 300.
It's far better than the book. Pages, yeah, because already Yvonne's response not there, but it seems as a book not showing in has become nonsense. Looking at Sarkodie's 3 minutes song. No? And I think say with Sarkodie's try me raw, it's indeed raw and naked, and that's the way to go. As an artist, you have the prowess to rap, you have everything, and you can defend yourself, justify yourself. No, that is the best way to go.
Okay, thank you so much. I don't know if Chemo is ready or you want to sip on some water before. If you are ready, we can take it from there. Then we can go ahead and do it. I know that at this stage, everybody has an opinion to share. So if you are watching, share that opinion, feel free and be part of it. But I'm sure there's also going to be one of our agenda on Sunday. That is the Sammy Flex Connect. We are going to make this part of the conversation on Sunday. So I know at this stage, so many people would want to say something, but because they don't have the power yet, they can't say it. But Sunday, power to you. Sunday, I give you power to the people. Then the people will speak.
The comment section is also for them.
Yeah. But some people will say sometimes they are slow there. So we give them power on Sunday.
Yeah, for sure.
But those who can do the commentary, why not go to the comment section and give it to us?
Yeah.
Yes, Jamu.
Yeah, me.
When initial reaction.
I was surprised. I was surprised. And me too. From the beginning, I didn't really believe it. I was like, oh, agenda boys, they just want to put something in there. But I just said, okay, let me check from his account. Maybe something is there. And lo and behold, I went to his YouTube and then the thing was there. And I said, oh, okay.
But how come he has not shared it on his Twitter and all those places?
I think it's on
He
Twitter.
shared?
Yeah,
the
he did
YouTube
on
channel,
Twitter.
The YouTube
Yeah.
link is on his Twitter.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So after that, I was like, hey, Charlie, this one be serious. The guy, he's ready. I mean, he wants to
Meet him.
Yes, do the thing. And then I listened to the song and I was like, oh, okay. Now he's also telling his side of the story. I was a bit disappointed that it is coming too early for me. Like the Sarkodie that we know. It will be like after the whole issue is dying
down.
and then he will just poof like that, and then it will just spark everything. But at that point, all the attention will be on him. Because
Okay.
so yeah, he tweeted.
So it is there.
Yeah.
And reaction, 3.2 million reactions already. Oh, wow.
You know, that would be the what do we call it? The impression.
Yeah.
The people who have
Yes.
seen it. The reaction is the comment and the likes. That's there. Okay.
So yes, so I was like, oh, Sack, this one there is too early. Why don't you wait a bit? But when you think about it again, like I said in one of our groups, I think I said to the lions learn how to tell their story. The story of hunting will always favor the hunter. So now he's also telling his part of the story. So now it's up to us to judge or read between the lines and know what is it exactly what we want to know based on where you stand and how you see how things are going. And Sarkodie will not disappoint in terms of talent and how he did it. I mean, the rhyming, everything was on point. I mean, so apart from him trying to address the issue in his own way, he's also exhibiting his talent, what he knows how to do best, and he did it so perfectly. So I was surprised. That's my initial reaction, and I didn't believe it till I went further, checking one or two, and I saw that, oh, okay, the guy did it and he's ready for the game. And he's telling his story, so why not? He can do that. Just that I was expecting it later. In fact, I was even not sure that he will even respond at all. I was like, this one day.
Yeah, I also had that view.
Yeah, maybe he will let it go. Maybe he will respond, like that kind of.
I also had that
thing.
opinion that he wouldn't respond.
And he has surprised me, and I think some people will also be surprised. And looking at the messages in the song, obviously he's not happy about what happened, and he feels that someone is not telling the truth.
Yeah.
So he has to say something at least to save himself certain questions that will come later. Now, if you are asking him questions, it will not be about whether he did certain things or not, because he has addressed them in the song.
Okay.
And then again, for business wise, it also makes sense. I mean, now the song is, the last time I checked, it was I think 4th on the YouTube trends.
Yeah.
And
Oh, it has come to #1 long time.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Because when I was reacting to it earlier in the day, it was at #1 for YouTube Music. That was when the views were even about 202K views in 10 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised, because everybody is talking about it. Like the way the book came out, everybody was talking about the book, what is in the book, and then the Sarkodie bit was huge in the book. I mean, the Sarkodie's abortion part of the whole book, in fact, it was trending. That was the selling point.
Yeah, that was
the selling point of the book.
Yeah.
So
that was the teaser of the book.
Yes. So in the
but that was when Manasseh even tweeted that tema base rapper blah blah blah.
So in the same vein, if he is responding because the attention of the book is on him, obviously when he also respond, the same thing will happen. People will also try to dissect, listen, and also share their views about it. So my initial reaction, I was shocked by thinking of it, like thinking about it now. I think it's a step in the right direction. As in, if you don't tell your story, you will always be at the bad side. So you to tell your story and then let others judge or also wherever they belong. I mean, some people will not change their mind.
Yeah.
They know where they are already, and some people at the point were not also in favor of Yvonne Nelson, and those people today will be happy at this time because they are getting the response that they want. And then again, you have those who just listen to both sides, and then we also judge and see where things are, and that's what it is. And I think it's interesting, and we will share our views as it is.
Okay, so there was an initial argument about Sarkodie saying he got angry the more when Yvonne Nelson painted a picture as if he forced her into the abortion.
Yes.
I know you wanted to say something then when the recommendation was talking.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, in the book, she wasn't so explicit as in Sarkodie forced her to do it, but that's the kind of message that people got. That's the problem.
Yes.
Like because of the way
I like the word you used.
Yes.
She was not straightforward that Sarkodie forced her.
Yes.
But looking at how she did
the
people
narration.
can conclude like that.
Yes.
Maybe the first word you are using, but
the narration will give that impression.
Abort it.
Yes.
Whose idea was for them to abort it?
For them, he said they agreed
of
the view that they should abort it.
Yes.
Who suggested first?
According to the story,
let me help you. In her thoughts, she felt no, this one should be aborted. But the guy like she said in the book, the guy who planted the seed, let me also go and listen to what he will also say. And when he went to Sarkodie, from Sarkodie's reaction and what he said, we are paraphrasing, and that's what he said.
No, it's not that. When you read the book, the impression that you get is that Sarkodie wasn't ready for the thing.
Yes.
And then she
How
said,
did she know?
Because
speaking with him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then
already now Yvonne had that mentality already.
Yes.
That's what we are saying.
But what we are saying is that the narration can give the impression that Sarkodie was like, no. You have to abort it. That's the impression you get from the narration. But Sarkodie is saying that wasn't it. Yes, I wasn't ready. But you had so many reasons to even abort it as compared to me. Exactly. That's what Sarkodie is saying now.
When you listen to the try me, the first level, the ending part, you made mention say the perception now one man who say I force her to abort the baby.
Yes.
And that's why we are saying that is the impression you get. That's the impression. I'm saying that when she was going there, to her herself, she had the thoughts of abortion. But she wanted confirmation from the man who had planted the seed. And when she went there, just as she expected, the man also said, then let's go and do it. And then
she gave reason why Sarkodie wasn't ready.
Yeah.
She said that Sarkodie at the time was living with the mom. Sarkodie was also thinking about his career.
And you see, what we are talking about, it is not just one line which will give you that impression. Unless you read the whole thing and put all the thoughts together.
Yes. And then where I think she got it wrong, or Sarkodie will be angry, is that she narrated the Sarkodie's part first.
Yes.
Before her part.
Yes.
So you get the Sarkodie's angle before her. That's what is in the book.
Yeah.
Instead of maybe if she started by saying that I wasn't ready at the time, I was in school, blah blah blah. Before saying that even Sarkodie too wasn't ready because he was living with the mom and blah blah blah, you won't get the impression that you are getting now. But for the strategy of the book, to sell the book, they will bring the Sarkodie part first. Just to capture attention before her part. So her defense will be like, oh, in the book I said that we agreed that we have to abort it. But even on the in that scenario, my beef or her problem is that Sarkodie abandoned her at the hospital. You see, that's where she had issue when you read the book. But the impression out there is that Sarkodie wasn't ready to take responsibility.
Yes.
He wants to
Yes.
get rid of the pregnancy and all that. That was the impression that, according to.
It's also
Impressive.
part of
It's
the-
Part of the also.
I want
part
to
of the-
Okay, could you take over? Could you take over?
Okay,
It's
you,
also part of the-
yeah,
Part of
We need
the
to understand
book
that
was
one.
yeah,
Could you
yeah,
take
for
over?
sure.
Could you take over?
Okay.
Hey,
What
he said the guy is not ready.
Eh, what trouble?
It's not an impression. It's
Okay.
there.
No, the guy is not ready. He's not an
Well,
officer.
no,
Yes, it
yeah.
was written in the book.
Yeah.
Even Sarkodie said that he wasn't ready, but he was willing for
Yes.
for her to keep the book.
Sarkodie is
Exactly. That was
Eh,
Sark. But
eh.
Yvonne's case, it points to the fact that Sarkodie suggested we take the baby off because he was not ready. And she agreed. She agreed to it that okay, let's do
Could
it.
you, what was your initial reaction?
Yeah, when I heard this, so when I woke up and I went online and I saw the message, I was very happy. You know,
You were happy.
I was happy. In fact, I played it. I was dancing in my room.
You woke up and you chose violence.
So happy. This is not violence. This is you having a say. You know, this is a free world that we have to
The
allow
king chose
people
violence.
to have their say. I remember when I was working in a company and I was to appear in the disciplinary committee, and one of my supervisors said, in every situation you have a say. So don't be worried that they think you are this. You have a say. So go there and make a case for yourself. And that gingered me to go there. So in this situation, people should put emotions aside. Sarkodie also have a say because his name has been captured in the book. Simple as that. So people read it meaning he came hard and cut us some slack and drop your emotions and let's address the issues like another side of the story and let's put things together. So when I heard the song, I was happy. I remember on PCFM, I said if Sarkodie wants to come back, he should come back with a song because I made mention of the fact that Sarkodie's name appearing in the book is like a forever dent on his image because the Sark that we know in interviews talking about his love for children and all of that, and on Father's Day that people will celebrate you as a father, and this book comes, this secret 13 years ago comes that no, you are not seen as that father or that person who goes out about boasting that he loves children or he loves kids. But you have committed something like that years back. So it was going to affect him, no matter how you look at it. And clearly the song tells her that no, it got to Sarkodie. And so there was the need to come out. People are saying that the typical Sarkodie would have remained silent, which is fair. There are cases that is happening around the entertainment space. Sarkodie is mature enough to know that, okay, when we sit on Sammy Flex TV and there is money jabs him, it is part of the game. Sarkodie understands that. He may let it slide. When he was coming on interview on Kosia Bwaji's show and it didn't happen, yes, it was normal. Later he addressed it in a song. Kevin Taylor, he gave it to him in a song because that one, it is art. But this one goes beyond art. There are so many moral lessons in it that if you don't take care, it will permanently affect your brand. Because people are not looking at it artistically, they look at it on the morals. And the moral court, if you lose, you have lost forever.
And it's
psychological
too.
Somebody may hate you. Hey, abortion. Hey, Sarkodie. Then and one what people were in the book. So this case was a different one. Hence my happiness for Sarkodie responding at the right time. Not when it has traveled far that you can't redeem the image. Right now the iron is hot, we strike it. Because somebody is cashing out of it. Okay, so we are all creatives. Let me also show you my creativeness. And we are all cashing out of it. So I was so happy. And even the way he put across the arts, you know, this is a true life story, but he's rapping and making rhymes and making sense out of it. This is Sarkodie is a genius. Sarkodie is a genius.
Hallelujah.
He is a genius for the daytime. So I love it, every bit of what he said. Now, with the facts. Now, Sarkodie with a school and all of that. Yvonne, in your book, I Am Not Yvonne Nelson, you wrote you were about to graduate from school. And now, when Sarkodie brought the song "Don't Try Me," now you are coming to tweet. Why is Yvonne responding to the Sarkodie song?
That's our next chapter.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are putting out certain things, and it is rather complicating your story. If I were Yvonne, I would have kept shush. I wouldn't talk and let the people speak for you. People would have been on the case of Sarkodie for probably some of the words he used in the song. But when Yvonne started tweeting, people go to, hey, but Charlie, you write book, you put somebody in name for that. This book will be there for life. After he is dead, people will still come and read. But somebody to come talk in truth, they hurt you. So people were like, hey, Charlie, then this guy, what is happening? Now, you said you have completed, in some of her tweets, she had completed school. But in I Am Not Yvonne Nelson book, it stated that you were about to. And Sarkodie's rap, Sarkodie said, it was not intention. He did not say remove or go for the abortion. But you said your school, because of your school, according to Try Me, he said it is you that rather said because of your school. He wanted to keep it. But you said because of your school. So now put the two things together. Sarkodie in Yvonne and Yvonne Nelson. Who is speaking the truth? In a book, you were about to graduate from school. In a tweet, I had graduated already. And Sarkodie is saying, no, Charlie, be the pregnancy crime. I wanted you to keep it, but you said because of your school. So which one is speaking the truth? So cut down emotions. Let's listen to what Sarkodie is saying against what Yvonne brought and do the cross-examination. Nobody is taking sides. This is not the time to fight for women. This is not the time to say he is disgracing women, because the woman who brought the book disgraced another woman in the book. Why are they not talking about it? Is Yvonne Nelson's mother a man? She's also a woman, but she wrote the book that, and the world knows that this woman did not sleep with only one man, a lot of men, and it's difficult for her to show the daughter the real dad. That is also captured in the book. So if you are a feminist, if you are a woman and you want to point fingers at Sarkodie, accuse Yvonne Nelson for putting the shame of the mom out there in the book first. Not Sarkodie, who is coming to respond. And this is abortion. You see, Sarkodie is traveling out there. Out there, they don't joke with some of these moral issues. This can make him lose a deal for life. People can cancel him for some of these things. We have societies who strongly fight against some of these issues. And so when they see that this tag is against your name, it can affect him. And in this modern era, I love people who come out to also speak their side of the story, especially in this internet age. When issues comes and you keep quiet, and the news circulates without coming out, it is to your own disadvantage. Now what Sarkodie has done is, if you read Yvonne Nelson's book, you will see Try Me somewhere. So if you are somebody who have you are not biased, you also go and listen. So this is also like a history book. After 500 years, if you pick Yvonne Nelson, I Am Not Yvonne Nelson, and read, there is a Try Me somewhere that you can also go and cross-check and see the side of the story. So it is the right time. That's why I'm so proud of Sarkodie for doing this. And now, as you rightly said, you tweeted something on Twitter. Some people who are now going to buy the book will look at, you weigh the options.
Yeah.
Okay, after hearing the side of Sarkodie, is it so important for me to go and buy the book? Or even if I'm buying, I'm buying with
confirmed.
a critical mindset.
Sarkodie has confirmed dating her, impregnating her.
Exactly.
So what is
he
in the
didn't
book
run
again?
away from it.
Yeah.
So if you are buy, you buy with a critical mindset. You weigh options. Okay, what's Sarkodie? And I think in the few days to come, we will get a lot of revelations that do not tally in the book.
From who Yvonne?
From the book, yeah. Now we are going to compare certain things. Now, if you are reading, you read it critically with Sarkodie's side of the story in mind, and you cross-examine and see that you
put together the ones and
twos. Those that already people are bringing out materials. People are punching holes in the book to see that it is your truth. It is your truth, but probably your truth may not be the truth as against other people's truth.
Okay.
So kudos to Sarkodie. We shouldn't boss people not to speak. The fact that you may keep silent doesn't mean another person should keep silent. And Sarkodie is not a pastor. He's a rapper. For the words that he used, the raw. People are forgetting Sarkodie is a rapper. They've done these things. They say a lot of things. So in the culture of rap, it is allowed to curse. So if they think he has cursed and all of that, that one day they shouldn't forget Sarkodie too soon. In as much as they think he has carved a clean brand and all of that, he is still once a soldier,
always a soldier. Well, so that was the initial reaction of my panel members when they also heard the song Try Me. Now, let's go on to one important thing that I want us to do. Right after the song was released, I'm sure Yvonne Nelson maybe got hint that something was coming because her responses came too quick. Because as of last night, new boys were still tagging her. Those who were joking online were tagging her. So maybe she had a hint that something was coming. And ever since the song was released finally, Yvonne has also been tweeting. And she has been saying someone or two in countering Sarkodie's opinion on his song. That is the song called Try Me. Now, let's read some of the tweets. Let's read some of Yvonne's tweets, and I pick views of my panel members on it as well. So this one says, in my book, I narrated how you got me pregnant, how you couldn't wait for me to get rid of it, how you drove me to have an abortion. As usual, you want to use rap to rubbish a pain a young woman felt. We both have daughters. Let's see what life throws at them. This is the first one that came from Yvonne Nelson. Hashtag tried me. I tried you rather. And once again, if you check the impression, 1 million. Tell it, these guys have been, I'm sure if Twitter page them, like they are cashing in more. Yvonne Nelson came again and she said, insult won't work, Michael. And I love the way she has been addressing Sarkodie Michael. So insults won't work, Michael. Respect womanhood. I'm happy the world gets to see how you are playing this and the real you. Young women get to learn from this. You would get the applause for a rap. Still doesn't change the truth. And this time round, Yvonne Nelson came also attacking Sarkodie in a way. Now, let's move on to another tweet. There were a series of tweets that Yvonne Nelson shared ever since the song was released. And I'm going to ask my people what they think about these tweets. In another tweet, he said, and would you have readily agreed for me to keep a pregnancy when you were in a serious relationship with another lady who would become your wife? Your street line is played out. The truth sets you free. Hashtag the youth is learning. Wow. And would you have readily agreed for me to keep a pregnancy when you were in a serious relationship with another lady who would become your wife? Your street line is played out. Hashtag the street sets you free. Hashtag the youth is learning. Now, she came again and she said, Michael, you claim I was desperate to abort because I needed to complete school. In 2010, when I became pregnant, I had completed the university. Anybody can verify this. I wasn't in school, and you know it. If you want to lie, find an illogical lie. You spitting lies. Oh my goodness. And the very last tweet that we've gathered, this one says, I was pregnant at the time I launched my glaucoma foundation. Oh, I see. So that was the picture there. I was pregnant at the time I launched my glaucoma foundation. Around October 2010. I graduated from Central University in October 2010. It was my final year, but I had completed my coursework months before the October graduation in my pregnancy. I was only waiting for my certificates, and maybe I'm sure earlier Kojo was talking about this, so Kojo would get the point from here, where she said, I was pregnant at the time I launched my glaucoma foundation.
Is this in the book?
Yeah,
Which one?
in the book.
The tweet. What
No.
she say in the book, in the tweet?
No. She has underlined.
But she
Look at
has
the red
underlined
underline.
the book.
It says
But
it was 2010 and I was 25. I was about to graduate with a degree. I was
So this
about.
one is extra.
It's extra.
Me, I was
But
making
but there's
reference to
another
I am
line
not
that-
Yvonne Nelson.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
this is
So
in the
one
book.
there is
No, this
extra.
one is
This
in
is
the
the
book.
intro of
What she
I am
has
not
written,
Yvonne Nelson.
tweeted.
But
No.
the tweet
Kojo,
does
this
not
one.
reflect-
This what
This
you
one
says in the
is
book.
in the book.
This
Yes,
one.
that one
Of
is in the
course,
book. But the tweet does not reflect with the one in the book.
Oh, it reflects. Why does it not
The
reflect?
entire point of
The
this
tweet is
tweet
explaining.
No. Yes.
This is in the
The
book.
tweet is
But
explaining.
there's another line in the book that contradicts this one.
Exactly.
That one
So
there.
that's
yeah.
what we are saying.
So the contradiction is what we are talking about here. That's our focal point. Any book, no.
Where a Twitter book.
A Twitter
No,
book.
But
Okay.
I am not Yvonne Nelson.
The,
You know the
the abortion,
inside.
I am not Yvonne Nelson. That's there. It's the first line in the book.
Okay, so let's continue. So it was my final year, but I had completed my course work months before the October graduation in my pregnancy. I was only waiting for my certificate, or better still, graduation, maybe. Chemo, let's look at her tweet. After Sarkodie released the song, series of tweets from
Yvonne Nelson.
Yvonne Nelson. How do you interpret the tweets? How do you see them?
Bad approach.
Bad approach.
Yeah. She's so quick and emotional to just reply some of these things, and you are likely going to make some mistakes. So that's why it's so wrong for her to do that bad approach. I think even if she will come back like the way she's doing on Twitter, it would have been better if she will also wait for about a week or something, that people have digested the whole thing, saying whatever they have to say, then you can come back with whatever reply that you have. But just so coming out quick like that, you are likely to make some mistakes, and or certain things that may contradict what is in the book. And the typical example is what the one that we saw. Yes, in the intro she said I was about to graduate, but there's a portion somewhere in the book that she said, like when you read continuous, somebody has quoted here, or say, I have gone back to the book. It says a different thing. In 2010, she said in the book she had a lot going on. She was in the final year. She was pregnant, and she had also been banned from acting. So when you go deeper, I think somebody is saying it's on page 83, 85. 83, 85.
Okay.
She was describing the situation after talking about the Sarkodie's part. I think somebody has even given us. After talking about Sarkodie's part, then when you go further, deeper in the book, she said that I was in my final year. She wasn't specific saying that
she had completed and waiting for
my
certificate.
graduation. Yes. So when you give us extra, which that part is not in the book. So now people will wonder, okay, if you think these are some of the things that may come up and you have to respond, why didn't you put it in the book? Instead of saying that I was in final year, why didn't you say I had completed my work,
waiting for
my certificate or graduation. So that one, there's a contradiction there, and it will not look good on you, like, because you have written a book. Let people get whatever response that they need at this point from the book. And no what wrong. But if you give extra which is not in the book, it will go against you. People will now question you, so why didn't you put this one too in the book? Me, I understand, because when you are writing a book that you want to sell, you have to put the words in a certain way for it to get the kind of response. Yes,
the way you want
it to sound. I remember when we did our first review, I said it that when we ask her for her to give details, there are certain things that you see that no, the way you said this one day, and I always give this example. When she said that Sarkodie drove her to the hospital, and then she left, and then he left. The way she said it, it makes it look bad. Instead of saying Sarkodie drove her to the hospital and then went back home. You see?
Yeah.
If you say, if you say Sarkodie drove me and then he went back home, it's different from saying Sarkodie drove me to the hospital and he left. They are two different things. The fact is the same. You all went to the hospital and then he got out of the place. But the word that you use for that can change the meaning or give different impression.
Yeah, that's true.
And she did that perfectly in the book. So when Sarkodie will also come out and say it, then we will know that then there's something not right, and that's not fair. When like on Sarkodie's part, I mean Sarkodie will not be happy if you are painting him in a black or not in a good way in your book, because you want to sell. So me, if I were Yvonne Nelson, or I'm closer to any of her advices, the first thing is that pause, don't talk now. I mean, you have chance to also do the response, but don't do it now, because if you do it now, you are likely going to say certain things that you may
not
be
supposed to say.
Yes, you can't tell me that you go straight the way you wrote the book. That's exactly how it happened. No, if you even do that, the book will not sell.
The writer will surely
yes. Put it in a certain way just to get certain reactions. So people who understand how people go about writing books will know that no, it's not like the way some people are seeing it. But for the general population, some people will not even read the book, but they know everything about the book in their own way.
Their own understanding.
I've watched a video, it's not out yet, but the guy in the Avram Bemwese did it. He said that he's so sure that some people will go and buy the book only to open to the portion of Sarkodie, read that portion, and will never touch the book again.
No, that one is true. That is true. They just know what happened.
Just that portion. They may not even read it. They will buy the book, open and ask somebody. Enti sa ehono Sarkodie de na obi aka no ato book no o miemu bi. That's what it is. So based on how somebody will interpret it to set some people who will not read the book, who may not have even interest of reading the whole book, that's how it will be like. It will not sound good when it comes to Sarkodie's part. So Sarkodie at this point has every right to respond to it, and Yvonne Nelson is making a mistake of tweeting back, like replying Sarkodie's response, because for you have done the job already. You have now you have a book, so every response that you want to give out is in the book. Anything you bring extra which is not in the book will go against you. So why are you responding at this time? Wait for a while, let people digest in their own way. Then if you have to give certain details, then you give them. And look at the details that she brought out. Now it is going against you, because at some point you said that you were preparing, you were in your final year. Instead of saying that you had completed your course, waiting for your graduation.
Waiting results, yeah.
So now, if you come out to say that you had completed your coursework, just waiting for your graduation, then your reason that you agreed for the abortion is not even correct. It's not accurate. Because if indeed your reasons for agreeing to abort was that you were in school, you are now telling us that you had completed
and you were waiting.
So now what was your reason to agree to the abortion? You could have also told Sarkodie at that time that I'm always through with this my education, so I can handle the baby. Let's see what you can come out. But you agreed because you were in school. Now she
also lied.
Yes, you said it in a way for you to look better than Sarkodie, because if you said that you were about to graduate, you had finished your coursework, people would then say, Nene, I said, what we school, they can't me a so why did you agree? Sarkodie was the one insisting, abort. And then your defense would be like, me at that time, I was about to complete. So I was ready to, I knew that it would be difficult, but at that point, I think I could do something. But Sarkodie was insisting, then I agreed that let's do it. But no, you said that both of you agreed. You stated your reason. You stated Sarkodie's reason. But this information that you are bringing out is saying something contrary to your reasons for agreeing
to abort the baby.
Yeah, it will not make you look good. So I think she should keep quiet, because
enough of the talking.
Enough of the talking. I mean, you are doing business. Yes, you want to tell your story, but I've said it. I'm saying it again. The bottom line for the book is to make money. It's business. So let it go like that, and then face the consequences that will come. And Sarkodie at this point, I think it was a perfect response. As for the words in there, I don't see anything wrong with them.
Go
on.
He said it was a perfect response.
And as for the words in there, I have no problem with it, because you say it in a way for people to react in a certain way, like writing the book in a way to get certain response. So the same way, Sarkodie cannot come and just be that clean and say it as it is, and no, if he does that, it will not sell. The same way that if the book was like Sarkodie drove me to the hospital and then went back home, no, it will not sell. But if he left, it will sell. So the same way when Sarkodie says that other men had affair with you, it will not sell. But if you say, you symbolically say you suck some dicks, it will sell. So me, I have no nothing against it. It's business that both of them are doing here.
Well, so I'm here asking myself that should we wake up one day and Yvonne Nelson is back with volume 2 of I'm Not Yvonne Nelson, and he also calls it Raw, the Sack edition.
That would be nice.
So she should also call it Raw, the Sack edition. Now she's come. No, now she's come to tell you how
they started,
how
everything was like,
your sex life and all. But she can say some things for a month for you to
do. Do you know why?
Psychologically, she can say some things that you wouldn't come forward again. You won't come forward again.
No, but you see why she won't win is book and a song. Which one?
No. People will interpret it.
If you bring then we move forward. Why you say we won't come? Why can't you predict? Now you say we won't come again. You were here thinking we won't come again.
And then he has surprised you.
Yes. Now all that he wanted to achieve, he's achieved that in the.
Then you bring a volume 2 saying another dirty things against.
That is raw, the raw version.
Then you think I will not come. Why? Have they taken the mic?
Okay, Kodo, the tweets. How do you also explain the tweets?
Yeah,
how do you
we all congratulated Yvonne for being able to achieve this, because many people want to write their books but they are unable to do that. And at the side, we were also happy for the fact that she was brave to come out clear, like rip off herself, put everything to bear for people to know the true story. But you know, no man lives in an island, and so your story will meet somebody at a point.
Okay.
So you decide that, okay, in this story, it doesn't look good, but it involves another person. Must I think about the other person, how he or she will also feel? But that decision is at your discretion. Then you decide that, okay, although my story at a point meets Sammy flex, I don't mind. Let me put it because it is my story. Okay, so when you put it out there, then Brad Mike will also grab the mic. Yes, Mike will grab the mic. The Michael felt that, okay, so you mentioned my name, so also, what do I also have? I have a microphone. So let me also bring the microphone and tell my side of the story. And her tweets is putting her in a very bad light because
that tweet, huh?
Exactly. She's showing that she can't tolerate people also
name calling.
Exactly. She can't tolerate it because you came out putting people, names like Peter Lajete. This man is dead, right?
Yeah.
You do know this man is like once a time holding a credible position in the state.
Speaker of Parliament. Sorry.
Exactly. Dead, but you are bringing him in something that is not looking too good. For instance, if the woman also had the man's wife, if the person is also alive and they don't know about this secret, so my husband also dealt with this and all of that. So you are opening certain kind of worms, and people are also having a heat of it. So if somebody whose name has been mentioned, this is not somebody who is somewhere, somebody whose name has been permanently documented in a book, which will never die. It is online and it is physical as well. If that person comes out to have a say, boom, then you are tweeting. This shows that the person may be telling some truth that is hurting you. So the best thing she could have done was to keep mute. Keep mute. Let the book fight for itself.
And die its natural death.
And die its natural death. Let's say Sarkodie-Yvonne is also lying to look good. So let it stay like that. But for you to come out tweeting and using certain words for public sympathy, that's where people are saying, no, Charlie, you can't be clean like you are saying. And we say he who comes to equity must come with a clean hands. We are realizing that your hands may not be clean like that. It may not be clean like that. Because of you have children, you have daughters, you have the pain of a woman.
Emotional blackmail.
Emotional blackmail. The pain, you are rubbishing the pain of woman with rap. No, Sarkodie won't write a book. You are a movie maker. You write scripts. He is a musician, and if he want to communicate to people, the best way to do it is through music. Don't see this as an ordinary rap. Sarkodie has been rapping ever since. He has words. He knows how to sell music. But this particular song is to address an issue. Don't see
it's purposeful.
It's purposeful. Don't see it as a normal rap. Then you belittle that he's trying to rubbish the pain
rap.
Of a woman with rap. No. When you wrote the book and it was like Sarkodie drove me to the place where the abortion will be done and left me, we all condemned him for doing that, because if we have all agreed that let's abort it, why do you leave her and never check up on her again? That was bad. What if something terrible happened to her? We condemned that. But if he also brought another case that, no, Charlie, it is not like that. I didn't leave her. Even I wanted to keep the baby. And she cited that because of school. And you see, where some of us are feeling Sarkodie may be speaking the truth, the song came before the tweet. If it were like the tweet had preceded the song, then we can say, okay, maybe there was a lie somewhere. Maybe Sarkodie capitalized on the tweet and brought this thing out. Yeah. But you came to confirm Sarkodie's song. Because he said, no, you said that you were in school. But now you are coming to tell us that you had already completed. Then big question mark on that section of the book. So if and I see some women even posting on social media that Yvonne is making it difficult for them to defend her.
Women are saying
yeah, because of her tweets. Because of her tweets. Because of her tweets. So don't come for public sympathy. This book is highly commercial. You went to Accra Mall to sign autographs. You are selling. You are making money. So seize emotions. Seize emotions. Don't bring in one bit of emotions in there. Because it is commercial. We are talking about commerce here. We are talking about commerce. It is money business we are talking about. So don't bring emotions now that somebody is also trying to bring another side of the story, probably also to cash in.
Of course.
Yes, so don't come and leave emotions. So people who will be bought by emotions, they should open their minds. Nobody is taking sides because whatever truly transpired between these two adults, we may never know. But we listen to their sides of the story and we speak. That is what we are doing now. So
according to the facts as
presented by them, the actors. So everybody should seize emotions here and let's speak to the matters. Sarkodie has every right to come out and clear his name because he is also a brand. He's also a brand. He has a dignity to protect. Yeah. As an artist, as a father, as a family person, as everybody. So they should look at that before they point fingers. Let's go to check another woman that suffered. That is the mother. If they are able to correct Yvonne that, hey, you did wrong in doing this, then we can do that. As Sarkodie said, it's not if you want to speak the whole truth, then tell us all the men that you have.
Don't leave some out.
All the men that knew you. I'm using
Bible. You're using the Bible term.
Yes.
All the men that knew you.
Not Aziz, your first boyfriend, not Fianco Bossman, not Inyanyo, not Jamie Roberts. Sarkodie feels there are a lot of men.
And I'm sure he knows some of them.
Exactly. Because he said that no, before he felt he has gotten until boys search and everything there, we all day like Cuban links. It be succession.
Exactly.
You see, so he mentioned all of them. I slept with this, I slept with that one, I slept with that, but you conceal some part of the story. Even in the ban of the movie producers, we all know that story is about Jackie Appiah. But you concealed that. You said the other characters. Because in a section of the book, she had praised Jackie Appiah. So if she mentioned Jackie Appiah's name in that story of the band, it will look contradictory. So she concealed the name. But we all know what happened when they banned you. You were on set. And Jackie had sought permission that, oh, I am a judge for a beauty pageant.
So I want to go.
Producers allowed Jackie to go. And you filmed up that why she also had a test and she cancelled the test to come. So if they allowed Jackie to go, she will also leave. And she left. But Jackie sought permission. So we all know, but you concealed it. So this is not the whole story. You have concealed some, and you felt that some of them, you mentioned their name. And other people are even suggesting that it may not be entirely Yvonne's idea, but the people for the book, certain part that is being captured. But the people who are also helping will say, no, these are selling points.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe for Yvonne, Charlie,
have
the
no
sack
doubt.
there, I think maybe let me put it. But the people will say, no, these are selling points.
Yeah, I have no doubt about that.
Exactly.
That's
so
what
people are also
happened.
saying that it could be. So if you have come out, I think she should be bold now and be that strict and hard as people are seeing her. But all these things she's treating makes her look weak. After all, you are not that strong because we felt at this point that you are coming out, you are strong enough. Not that this one is rather coming to kill you. So what was the essence in putting this story out? It was eating you in your closet. We didn't know.
Okay.
And you mastered courage that this time you want the whole world to know that this story has been eating me up, especially the abortion. She said the abortion has been hunting her. Although she goes to the gynecologist and she takes it, but it's still eating her. So you want to bear it out. So now it's out, and when people are reacting, it is now coming to affect you again. Then we have a long way to go because I think other names that was captured, they can also come out. If I were to be Nyanya, I will release a song. It's cash out season.
His career is on the low, so he should pay attention.
And so this can also
revive the career.
He should pay attention to reviving his career and leave this one for Sarkodie. Inyanya's career is on the low, very low. He has tried to revive, but he's struggling. Derek Money, the tweet. How do you explain the tweet?
It's quite unfortunate. Yvonne Saga was very quick to respond, and I would say, so far so good. This is the quickest tweet or necessary tweet by a personality. Yes, I'm waiting for my side of the story. If I talk now, I'll be accused of kissing and telling, slut, shaming, etc.
You are waiting for my side of the story. If I talk now, I'll be accused of kissing and telling, slut shaming, slut shaming, slut shaming, no, and more. And says, but something got to give, so wait for it. Massa, pay attention to your career. Pay attention to your career. The last time when I mentioned that he's also taking advantage of the situation, people did not get. What at all was said about? You see why Sarkodie is mad? Sarkodie is mad because of the picture that was painted around him.
Yes.
Even Inyanya, what was said about him?
No, will not count this. Inyanya and my lord,
my cheated with Tonto Dike.
Did he not cheat?
How do you know?
Tonto Dike should rather come, not him. Yeah, there you go.
I think it's unnecessary tweet because if Yvonne Saga feels she's very strong enough to write a memoir and the mention names, she could have at least control her temper with the release of the song from Sarkodie. Because if you do this, people will see
sure
you.
She never expected
Yes,
it.
she least expected it. Yes, she least expected. Said something is coming. I'm very interested in one of her tweets, and she wrote, and would you have readily agreed for me to keep a pregnancy when you were in a serious relationship with another lady who would become your wife? Your street lie is played out. The truth sets you free. So in all, Yvonne Saga knows or understands that Sarkodie has a woman in his life that he is going to marry.
Yes.
But yet, in the book, she said she didn't know. Later,
exactly.
Later he got to know that Sarkodie
has somebody serious in his life. But this one was not captured in the book.
No, this is the same thing.
Brasami.
This is the same thing.
Fine, we can take it from that angle. That's the same thing.
It's not as if when they were going to start the affair, she knew. It was later when the affair had already started.
That's what she got to realize.
Yes.
Fine. So, but she got pregnant for somebody who already has someone in his life that is going to marry. Fine. Brasami, I think for me, Yvonne Saga was trying to blackmail Sarkodie at a point in time. Because when you listen to the rap very carefully, Sarkodie tried to explain that he's a street boy, he understands the game.
Blackmail.
Yeah, he's a street boy and understands the game. So when he called him that he's pregnant, Brasami, let me land.
She was bigger than Sarkodie.
Exactly, but Brasami. Oh no! When it's come to pregnancy, there's no.
What I mean is,
nobody is bigger than someone.
No, what was
yes.
Brasami, listen. Let me land.
Okay.
So when he informed him, Sarkodie was like, "Fine, I have a doctor. So let's go and see the doctor." Mm-hmm. According to Yvonne Nelson, she says, "I have a friend who has a doctor who is very good." Mm-hmm. So one, if you think you are pregnant for him and indeed you want to abort it, I have a doctor. Mm-hmm. Let's go and see my doctor. Willingly, let's all accept. Put minds into one basket. Let's go and abort it. But she was like, no, I have a personal or a friend of mine has a doctor, so we should go and see the doctor. Right from that angle too. So what was in the minds of Yvonne Nelson at that right point in time? Rasami, the whole brouhaha about this whole story is Yvonne Nelson's book is a full of lies, because her tweets have exposed her. If she could have kept quiet, nobody will say anything about the book. Now book ni sales ni kura po besan e diminish e be form, because tweet now exposing is so much. And a black sheriff kind no me tell mo kasa no me do me phone. I say no we do the data no dey ato no. Me hwe. Mo na mo kasa o me tell so be kasa. That is the best way to respond to criticism, especially when you don't have that heart. Yvonne Nelson cause so much stress, and with her tweet tells you she's going into so much stress, which she needs to be guided by someone. Tama or tweeting and me share the way at Twitter, buzz. I was like, no, we need somebody to be for Nelson at this particular point in time. Because say ya man for amena, tweeting in a tweet 1 million.
Yes.
Impressions. Impressions never some are bashing her.
Yeah.
Meaning she has caused that mess. Ke o say o kana no tom. But I mean the best way to respond to criticism is silence. That's why until now you were not expecting Sarkodie to respond, because anytime Sarkodie criticism the best way of they respond is silence. You mind you.
Yeah.
But at a point in time, so the best way to respond to this criticism from the general public, or better still the tweets, was to keep silence. But I don't know what came over her. She wanted to prove things wrong. By proving things wrong was rather exposing her lies. And that's what we are experiencing. That's what we are seeing. We are all in a showbiz game. We are doing show and the business. The show will pop up, and throughout the show you get the business aspect of it. The book was meant for business. Until there are some inserts, it was not supposed to be in the book, but due to business aspect of it, and of course Sarkodie made mention of it in the rap. Format in their fat book need a tonko. Due to what I say, format in their fat. I'm a book ne ko. Inti ne kesa wo ye din na ka book ne konko do that angle now we expect say e be kwa kodu no. Now you've breached a gap between the book and the rap. Some will choose the rap, some will choose the book. Controversial kakra na, they don't have that love for you, will go for the rap. And then those who think say they just want to understand you very well will go for the book. And that was not the way it's supposed to be. Let the book trend. Amazon that $9.99 no. My man phone konkoto. No more reading meaning to the book. Don't come and expose yourself in the book. And the trading was not necessary at this very particular point in time. So you could have kept quiet. Na book ni trending konkodu baby e kono. Say ya anwa say bibia. Look at the numbers na Sarkodie enya with the song on YouTube.
Let me check.
Yes.
Let me check.
The numbers na enya no. The attention have been shifted from the book to the song. And on why you? Because okana no tum na wa metrate with different ways. Yema I feel I'm an asset or Brandy Sarkodie say he's against females.
So as it stands now, it is 311k views in 15 hours. 311k views. I feel the feminism in her tweet. Which one or the other, nobody will understand you. And posting Sarkodie song, the strength of a woman. Sarkodie, he was hailing women. And it's all now as a senior is against females. Now no, we don't get what Yvonne Nelson want to put across. That is one thing. I remember majority of the people who say there are so many lies in the book. Brasami, Yvonne, we all love Yvonne. We all like her personality, her demeanor, her movie,
her movie skills, her prowess when it comes to acting. But this is a point in time and he needs to understand the business aspect of the game. Just keep quiet, keep mute, sit down, relax. Time a book now travel then you come out with all these things. Because one, already tweeting be brain now, I entirely with the book now. This is what is creating the agenda here, or the controversies here. Okay. Because when you are tweeting and the tweet doesn't tally with the book, people will go. You have researchers who be around the Juma no. You go into the book, come out with what you've written in the book, compare with the tweet now what tweeting. Near say tally. If it doesn't tally, then you are telling lies. Because you wrote the book.
Exactly.
And it's a non-natural book news. So my who the people behind you who wrote the book.
So we know how to deal
with it.
So we
know how to deal with it. But one year so Jan try and roll sana. We also know how we tackle it. I think he needs to settle down. Ma untie ne nipa beka. The idea or ideology no the true book no. O maintaining to that ideology. No only making sure so very straight to it. But oba na tweet na retweet retweeter we also you listen to whatever she's tweeting, pay attention to her tweet, deal with it as it is, and at the end of the day on one there cause harm to her book. It is a book meant to travel to the extent na open na on one cause harm to herself.
Okay, so let me try to put the next two angles together. So we do both of them and we wrap up. I told you earlier that it is going to be an exclusive Sarkodie Try Me reviews with Yvonne Nelson's memoir, and really my people are doing justice, like real justice to what I'm talking about. So the last angle will come with a train kind of conversation. Now the first conversation is that, first of all, how the media is reviewing Sarkodie's response. Is that the same way we reviewed the book when it came out first that Sarkodie had not spoken? So in other words, is the media treating this issue fairly between Sarkodie and Yvonne Nelson? Are we giving equal treatment, equal attention, equal measure to the issue? So the first one was the book release. It had 8 reviews. Now it got down a little bit. I remember I told you this, that if you are watching, this book would not go more than 2 weeks. I told you. If you have been watching me, I told you that this book would go more than 2 weeks. And really, it was almost dying out. Like, I'm sure like by the end of this week there, nanka kwata kra nanka wie and Sarkodie and poof Sarkodie. But looking at how reviews are going after Sarkodie's thing, look at it carefully and be very honest with yourself. Is the media being fair in handling this, either for or against any of them? Now the next angle is that, looking at this song, is Sarkodie also aiming at dirtying Yvonne Nelson because he thinks Yvonne Nelson has dirtied him? That's why he would come up with words like, you were a street girl, people were in the queue like Cuban links. I thought you were for me alone, but Kwame to the young. Is Sarkodie also looking at dirtying Yvonne Nelson? What go me with? And I'm missing baby go with. Missing baby be able to ya shawoni. And I mean to me keep you a shawoni. Also needs them cry. Sarkodie at the point even made it clear that he was not even sure that the pregnancy cry, even if it was their cry, he was the one. Hey. Is Sarkodie also looking at dirtying Yvonne Nelson? So 2 angles. Let's wrap up. Chebo, start.
Yeah, okay. For the media side, I think it's early days yet, for especially the traditional media, the radios and the televisions. It will take time before they respond because of the way they operate. But I think for the internet, they have done justice to it. I mean, the YouTube channels, the Facebook.
People are cashing in.
People are doing their thing. I mean, and this is now getting a video, an audio to react to and all that's what it is. So I think for the internet, it's going well. People are also really responding and responding really fast to Sarkodie's response. But for the traditional medium, the TVs and then the radios, I think we have to give them some time.
Okay.
But I trust CTV. Quickly,
this evening we are going
out.
to destroy it.
For sure. So, so that's what it is. And the thing is, we have people who have already taken sides already. I mean, most women will go for Yvonne Nelson, and some men will also go for Sarkodie. No matter what, those people, they are there. You can't change their minds. Okay, and then we have some people who will just listen to the song, read the book, and then make their judgment based on what they think the issues are. Okay, so I think so far so good. I mean, the book, it has done well. Yes, the trending one there now is going down. I mean, as you predicted, after 2 weeks, it will get out of the trend. But some people will buy it from here and there. And when there's a reference, when somebody mentions something there, then people will pay attention, and maybe it will trigger some sales or some reviews after that. And this time around, Sarkodie did that for Yvonne. I mean, the song will now trigger people also paying attention to the book again. So you get new people who will now say, okay, now let me buy the book, let me read what is in there, and then juxtapose it with the song that Sarkodie has just released. So that's how it's going to be. And I think so far so good for me. And I've not seen the Yvonne Nelson's defenders, if I should put it that way, coming out to defend or saying something. Now it's more emotions kind of. People are going for Sarkodie's words. You shouldn't have said this. You could have done it better this way and all that. And as I said, this is business here. This is talent here. He will come out a way that will make him feel good, and hoping that people will understand it, the message that he is putting across, and make his money as well. And that direction too, so far so good. It's working for Sarkodie. I mean, over 300K within 15 hours. I mean, now let's see how he can go after 24 hours. He can, maybe if not $1 million, $500,000 he will hit, and it will be a good money. It will be a good money. He will also cash out. I mean, so I think it's all good for the culture, for the industry, for us to also discuss it. And we have said this, we are saying it again. Sometimes you need to put your stories in a form of act to cash in. Don't just see them anyhow. Yvonne Nelson saw the way, and she did it. Put it in a book, sell it to people, and make money. Sarkodie, the same way, also doing it. Put it in a song, put it on your digital stores and also streaming platforms, and also make money. And he's doing it. So it's fair for the game. As for the emotional issues, and then the how people will respond to some of the issues, yes, let's wait and see how it will go. I'm really interested in what Solomon will say after hearing Sarkodie's side, because she was calling for Sarkodie to be cancelled in deals and all that. So now Sarkodie is saying that that's not the case. What are you going to say? Will you still stand by what you said, or you take another angle? And we will wait for her for whatever response, and also critique it accordingly.
Okay. Derek.
Yes,
2 questions.
Yeah, sure.
Media, are we treating this fairly, giving the issue equal attention? And again, is Sarkodie also coming to dirty Yvonne Nelson with this particular song?
Right, I think with the media, as Chimo rightly said, with the media, the online media are getting the fair share of the beef, or better still, the controversy, because the thing was released online, so they get the opportunity to have access to it, so they are dealing it accordingly, and everybody will have his or her fair side of the story, and that's how most of the online platforms are doing. Those who belong to the Yvonne Nelson fans are treating it as such, and those who belong to SAC nations are also treating it as such, and that's the way situations are assembled with an opinion. Into opinions now, so if you are watching and then you are seeing diverse opinions, that is the way issues come or issues pops up. That is the way we dealt with. And I think so with the online media, they are doing what they can do. But now we are here to have a feel of the traditional media, who are going to bisect and dissect how the issue is. And I think we are waiting, as Chemo again said, CTV is going to delve into it this evening. So whenever, if you are watching some Flex TV, get ready and then be on your TV set to watch CTV. So to get the insight into the whole brouhaha behind the anointing for nursing, and then don't try me raw version.
Try me.
Try me. But I mean, I think with Sarkodie's dating Yvonne, I don't think the right word is not dating, because he's trying to justify himself. Because when somebody says something about you, then you think it's not in the right direction.
Trying to justify himself.
A bit true. Yeah, because if you think the thing the person said was not said in a rightful way, you have every right to justify yourself. So he's also trying to play a role to prevent people, or better to let people know that whatever she put across wasn't the right information. And coming in, you need to be a little bit stronger or hard for people to accept your message. It's a message he's putting out there. If you go with that normal message, someone might not understand you very well. But when you go into it raw like that, with informations, deep informations that people will understand, that's where you are going to get yourself cleared. As it stands now, everybody says, "Oh, Yvonne can be no crack. That is the way to go." So he's trying to justify himself here. And you say, "Oh, Yvonne se home to my name, no so defending the home was on Wakasama to me so." Say my say, Messi Koya bossing, Messi say, me na me driver okoye. Meanwhile, no, na enye sanity, we went on agreement and sending a confirmation course. So there was a conversation between the two of us, and understanding here, Juma. So in your write up, why did you put such information out? Until now, some of you claim me hono be at me say. And so okay, can send be na a two raw, accept it in a two raw way. Because so many times say man make it can sell be good because I know the day I need to protect my brand, I need to protect my family.
Exactly.
I need to protect my reputation.
Exactly. Because
book now they are told it to go a long way to affect me if I don't come out to clear myself. And clearing myself now, I have to come out with the truth.
And some maybe to kill.
Now so yeah worse and some now can you know. As one can hear. And to bless them what catch you. That is the perfect way to go. And let's approach Sarkodie on this one. Okay. Not every artist and a bit me ISR because already the way anger now calling now or making sure say on my otia say adenwaye
or lande
or yeah name and understanding in maybe cause once and otia say aye. And I think say kudos to Sarkodie on this one, and then say part 2 beba you say the part 2 beba agenda boys yeah what.
All right, could you wraps up for us for the day? We are closing.
For the media, it will be misreactions because Yvonne's case, it was a misreaction. People are for it, people are against it, people share their opinion. Same as Sarkodie's song. As to whether the attention or the details that we give to it, this book also covers other people, not only Sarkodie. There are other sections. So you remember, even you said we will be discussing other sections.
Yeah.
So this is just a Sarkodie fashion. So if it doesn't get that magnitude, it may be because of the book, the other sections of it. But still, it is going to get the attention that it deserves. In the coming days, you see people really talking about it because this is Sarkodie we are talking about. And definitely, a song will travel far than a book. You listen to it once and it is there. I am just imagining on Rapaholic or on a stage and Sarkodie raise this song. The energy, people will shout. Hey! The way Sarkodie will bounce, you know. No, as I said, I'm imagining. So it's imagination. So that one, the media will do justice to it. As to whether Sarkodie want to dirty Yvonne Nelson back, Sarkodie is giving a response. Then probably Yvonne rather wanted to dirty Sarkodie by capturing him in the book. But Sarkodie is giving a response. If the response comes as derogatory or in a way to dirty, then that should be. Because Sark in some of the lines was like, I was going to take certain things to my grave.
Yeah.
I never never thought I was going
Like
to be on this.
yeah, he never imagined himself
You
talking
know,
about it.
so once you bring it out, there's something that I wanted to go with to my grave. You want me to open it. And when you go to the verse 2, there's something interesting over there. It's a few weeks ago, you tried to set me up again. What should that try me? What's up say? You still go through the pain. But me knowing you, I kind of knew that you were really up to something. So I said we should meet up so you explain. And Sarkodie, you see, all these stories, Sarkodie tried to be responsible. At a certain point, you see some act of responsibility. Even driving you to the place shows responsibility.
But he left.
Some men, so he left. Some men will run away. Some men, when you call them, they won't even sit with you. They will fight you. Hey,
They'll block the line.
But people do not now say no, you know, some level of responsibility. And when they say that 2 weeks ago, we don't know where they start.
Is that a few weeks ago?
Yes. Few weeks ago, he said, let's meet at Skybar.
If Sarkodie is really saying a few weeks ago, then I want to believe that was when Yvonne Nelson wanted to let him know that, bro.
A few weeks before,
I don't want to surprise you.
The release of the book.
I'm writing my book and you have been featured. I'm sure Yvonne wanted to let him know.
Probably, maybe.
Yeah.
So it says, meet me at Skybar. That's, I think they say Sark's one of his favorite joints. You say, what there are too many people over there. And according to Sark, Yvonne wanted Sark to come home to her house.
That's where we've been meeting, so what's up?
Before, 13 years ago.
And that's what I'm saying, that is where we have been meeting.
So after
every year you've been meeting my office and I say come to my office.
How long? For how long? If someone that you've been meeting,
you are not getting me. That is our meeting point.
Who's meeting point?
On this Sarkodie, that's their meeting point.
Who told you their meeting point? It may not be their meeting point. No, because she's not ready to come to the public space. She prefers somewhere that she will be okay.
Exactly.
And so Sark felt no. In this case, and you know what could have happened? Imagine Sark going back to the house. This is a limo affair.
No, Yvonne was not ready to fuck again.
Stop!
Captured by CCTV.
You see? So this case, if the thing
Yvonne was not ready to fuck again.
Yeah. How do you know?
That one
you know my name. How make I fuck you again?
If the thing happen real and maybe some recording or something happens, now I have evidence. So so this point Sark was smart, Sark was smart to know that no, Charlie, I'm not disputing the fact that you are still going through the pains, but let's sit down at a neutral grounds. So if you are not okay with Skybar, probably you could have suggested another place. But according to Sark, Yvonne wanted him to come and say, hey, coming back to your room again. No.
I'm a married man.
And you know, in this world, it's like a woman's world. It's like a woman's world. Whatever a woman will say, people will accept. They say bare manner and no more dry.
Married men don't go to other women's house.
So
and then
it's still a response to things that Yvonne herself probably she couldn't take it to the grave, but Sarkodie thought that side of his life he would have gotten to the grave with the bus. Once that you have opened it, let me also respond. Let me give a response to it. And it is just responding to the book and nothing else. Because the book, if they think with the media, there will be hypocrisy if people who sang the praises of Yvonne for the book will now come and condemn Sarkodie for bringing out the song. Then we will see that some of them are not fair, they are not neutral, they are biased. So if you congratulated Yvonne for the book, you clap for her for the book, then
Same way.
clap for Sarkodie
for
now,
the response.
put the words together and do proper cross-examination. For that, then we will see that you are fair as we are doing here. We are not on taking side, but we are just analyzing the two body of art. Yeah, the two that
Two body of art. And Ashake. Well, interesting reviews. Trust my people to always do justice to the issues as and when they come. And I believe at this stage, it is open for discussion. You can also be a part of it. When it becomes necessary and new angles come, we will surely come back, sit down, and do the reviews as usual. On this note, we will end it here with thanksgiving to Intimdo Solomon Chamo, Kojokin, as well as Derek Money, and to Digital Rasta Currency, who is on camera, Richie Flex, editor director of the show. If you've not subscribed to us, because this is where the real reviews are done, you have to subscribe to us and let's do some more. My name is Sammy Flex. I'll see you when I see you. We're out of here.